Excerpt from the second part of Lesson 01 of Professor Olavo de Carvalho's online philosophy course on March 14, 2009. To begin our practice, I would like to give you an exercise that I have already experimented with in other courses and that has the most remarkable pedagogical effects. First, I will explain the exercise to you, and then I will provide the justification. Each of you will assume that you have died, and that you are a friend of yourself, someone who knew you and is going to write your obituary. An obituary is a brief narrative of your entire life. You will assume that, during your lifetime, you achieved the best version of yourself and that all your highest aspirations were realized in some way. I am not referring to your highest aspirations in social terms, but in human terms. You will assume that you became the person you dream of being. This friend of yours will then briefly recount your life as if writing a letter to a third friend. Yesterday, so-and-so passed away, and during his life, he did this and that, etc. In other words, you will describe your ideal life. This must be done with extreme sincerity and seriousness. You are going to show yourself who you truly want to be. Of course, this image changes over time. Your life plan will go through many modifications, deepening, corrections, and, above all, amputations. But that does not matter. What matters is that it will be the image that will guide you throughout your life. One of the strangest and, indeed, most depressing things I have observed in Brazilian society is that very few people make a life plan. Without a life plan, you do not have an ideal to guide you, you do not know who you want to become, and therefore, you do not even have a way to judge your own actions. Because this ideal character that expresses the best in you, is what judges your actions and guides you. And, above all, if you are religious, it is this ideal character that speaks with God. It is no use speaking to God from your lower self, because God refuses to listen. Only the best in you can speak with God. And for those who are Catholic and practice confession, it is this better part of you that makes the confession. It is the part that morally judges you, repents, and corrects itself. If you do not have a very clear vision of this ideal self, you will allow yourself to be judged by other influences. You will be judged, for example, by your fears, your prejudices, by the chatter of a reference group ingrained in your subconscious through continuous exposure. In short, you will be in a state of complete moral disorientation. Of all the voices speaking within you, you can only allow one to judge you, one to correct you, and one to guide you, and that one must be the highest part of yourself, which is the only interlocutor that God accepts. The technical and philosophical purpose of this exercise, this practice of the ideal self, will become clearer to you as time goes on. There is no other way, none at all, for you to achieve even a minimal level of moral guidance in this life.